Good evening. All right, it says we're live. I'm going to double check everything like I usually do, make sure we actually are live, make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to be done. Well, it says we're live, but it is not acting correctly. Let's try this again. Hmm. Hmm. What's up?
Not much. Grabbing a quick smoke real quick while we're waiting. Come back.
Oh, not live. Okay, everything's working the way it's supposed to. Hello, Dragonlings. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes, and we're here to do some productivity sprints. If you're new to my channel, the way this works is I do 4 25-minute sprints. I will have a timer on screen somewhere over here. We've been using the Pomodoro Kitty timer so that it goes automatically between 25-minute sprints and 5-minute breaks. And then afterwards, during that time, I like to put writing prompts on the screen. You don't have to do them. They're just there if you feel like writing, but you don't know what you want to write about. So call it some inspiration. Today, I am going to be working on newsletter information because I got to get that going. I have a meeting with Amy on Monday. Yeah, I have a meeting with Amy on Monday morning before my live stream, I think. I need to double check the time that we said. I think we're meeting before my live stream on Monday morning. Monday is Memorial Day for anyone in the US. I do have that day off since the clinic is closed. And my goal, hopefully, for Monday is to have a 10K day. Like, I am really wanting that. After our meeting is done, I plan on writing the rest of the day, basically. And I hope to write long before then. I hope to get up when my husband has to go to work and do some writing. So, yeah. Oh my goodness, Nina. Hello. 3 a.m. for you. I really do want to go to Iceland, though. I think it would be so much fun. Like, I'm so jealous of you, Nina. I know you live there, but like, I want to go. I am still trying to convince the hubby that we should go. Hold that thought. Justin, can you hear me from where you are outside? No, he's ignoring me or he can't hear me. One of the two. One of these days, I will convince him. I want to go just to see the volcanoes. It is still daylight outside here too. Now that we're past the solstice, the days are getting longer and longer. It will not be dark until after 10 o'clock. It is 9 p.m. here, my time. It will not be dark until 10. There are a lot of times my kids go to bed during the school year, and even though their bedtime is like 9 o'clock, they're still awake at midnight because it is just getting dark enough in their room that they can go to sleep. So that says a lot. But we've only got a couple weeks left of school. We're almost done. And then they're out for the summer. So that's great, I guess. But all right, what is everyone else working on? I'm curious. I want to know. And I'm going to go ahead and start getting us set up for our first sprint because we got another minute before we start. Let's see. Okay. I already have this timer up and ready to go because I am good to go here. It doesn't get dark here from like April to late August. Like, you don't have darkness at all from April to late August? Or like the hours are so short it's as if it's not existent. Like, I'm curious. And how does that work for you? Like, do you use blackout curtains? I have questions. Like, I need answers. I am so curious about this. Anyways, let's get the banner up for our first prompt, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna write 25 minutes. Again, you don't have to use this prompt, it's just there if you feel like it. And we're gonna write for 25 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments below. I managed to get my newsletter set up and I've started taking care of that. Since I'll be working on that more on Monday, I am going to leave that alone for now because I don't know what else to add at the moment. And instead, I am starting to take paper stuff that I have, paperwork that I have, and digitize it. So like I grabbed this old journal that's just basically been working as a loose file cabinet because this is all loose paper that I've just shoved in here and clipped with a binder clip. And I am starting to put it in the computer and figure out what's what and get rid of things I don't need. So that's that. That's what I'm working on now. And will be for the rest of the stream, basically. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hoping to get through this whole notebook today. It's not gonna happen, but I can dream. I can dream. Anyways, let's see what you guys did. Whoa, lots of comments. Hold on. Hi, Missy Kate. Doing some reading. Awesome. Hi, Coffee Create Connect. Actually, like not even 5 minutes before I started the stream, okay, so the stream was supposed to start at 9 o'clock my time. And at 8 o'clock my time, the girls and I were still outside trying to finish up the chicken coop we've been working on for the past couple weekends, when the weather was nice at least. And I had set a timer for 8 o'clock, and I was like, okay, at 8 o'clock we're done, no matter if we're done or not, and we'll have to finish it tomorrow early in the morning before your dad and I go to town to go grocery shopping. So we were rushing trying to finish up this coop, and it's not 100% done. Like we've got it set up, we've got it completed, except for I've got to trim wire on the sides, where we just left it up, and the chickens are in it. They're doing okay. We'll check them one more time. I'll probably check them on the next sprint, actually, since it's starting to get dark outside, and make sure that they're doing good. But as far as I know, they're doing good. They like being in a bigger pen, so all good there. And yeah, hopefully soon I'll have some vlogs about the new chicken coop and where they were staying in the meantime before then. So yeah. Let's see. I have to admit, Coffee Create Connect, that I like the way you took that writing prompt. I love it. My computer doesn't want to work with headphones, so I was just trying to fix that mostly by cussing. I feel that. I do that every once in a while too. There's a reason I use the mic on the laptop versus my headphones, because I'm pretty certain the mic on my headphones just doesn't freaking work. So feel that. Little progress on revisions. Working on revisions today. Go. Eager to get my novel to beta readers. Misty Kate, I love you. I love that you think I'm organized. I try to be organized, and I'm slowly getting there, but I'm not there yet. I'm working on it, but I'm not there yet. I will be there one day. Hi, Paulina. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, hold on. I see a book recommendation. I'm writing that down. We got a little over a minute before we start the next sprint, so that's plenty of time for me to write this down so that at the start of the next sprint, I can go check on chickens, look up this book, and make sure everything's good to go, and you maybe even get some stuff digitized. And just so you know, this is like one of like 20 million with a whole bunch of loose leaf papers in it. Not necessarily that size, but yeah, I have a lot of notebooks I have to, because when I was I've been writing ever since I was like 10. And when I was living with my parents, I only had access to the computer by Ray. Sorry, I'm trying to write this down. Naylor. Once a week was how often I could use the dinosaur desktop that everyone shared in the family. So yeah, that's why everything's on paper, and all that stuff has never been digitized. I've just been kind of dragging it from house to house to house. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start getting us set up for the next sprint, because we got only a little bit, about 20 seconds before that starts. I need a beta who's willing. I'm not that person. Not because I can't tear you a new one, but because I don't have time for beta reading right now, even with school about to get out. But anyways, let's go ahead and start this next sprint. Here's our next prompt if you want to write it, and starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know what you did, how you did in the comments below. I am sorting through paperwork and seeing what I am going to be translating and what is just going bye-bye. I had a lot of random notes that I'm just like, why am I keeping this? So this is everything I'm getting rid of so far. And I think I'm halfway done now, sorting through. And this is my keep digitize this pile so far. So getting there slowly, making my way through it. Holy crap. Lots of comments. Let's see. Where did I last leave off? Digitizing is such a huge project. Yes, it is. I have been working on this project for a long time, off and on. I have spurts where I am working on, I've been calling it my Notion project, where I have been creating I've been setting up Notion to track all my projects and stuff. And what I started with was projects that were already on my laptop and my desktop and a whole bunch of flash drives. And I've slowly been combining them all into one localized area so that I could figure out what I have, where I'm standing at with different projects, and what I still would like to do, and what is projects that I need to be like, bye, it's never going to happen kind of thing. And I'm getting there. It's just taking a long ass time. Hello, JK Lambo. Let's see. Greetings. Listen to moon music. Conversations. Sorry, I'm trying to get through the comments because there was a whole lot of comments. Okay, hold on. Bakery rivals to lovers working project. Oh, I remember you talking about this one in the past. I like reading fantasy and mystery. Mostly read fantasy. I've been on a fantasy kick too. Or not fantasy, romance kick. My niche is writing sweet bakery romance. Ooh. Okay, I see a question. What do you wish authors would not do in an opening line or paragraph? Comes down to, is this your question like as you're beta reading, or like do you really want to know what we want, what we don't wish? I am weird in the fact that I really am open to almost nearly anything as far as like opening paragraphs go. And I see that you mentioned if you start off with a dream, you're not going to read the rest. I actually I'm trying to think as far as like opening lines go. I don't think there's anything that I consider technically off the table, even dreams. Do dreams get repetitive? That's not the right word. Dream sequences are common, and depending on the way it's done, it can annoy me. But like, I'm not going to be upset if I'm reading a story and it starts with a dream sequence, if that makes sense. I don't think there's anything really that if the story starts off with that, I'm going to be like, nope, screw this. Okay. If you're starting your story with sexual assault or anything like that of that nature, yes, I will automatically put it down. I have to be in the right mood to read anything with that. And I have to know what's in there. Otherwise, I will DNF. And I'm not saying that as in you need to give me a trigger warning. Like I don't need trigger warnings for books, but I do know myself well enough that if I'm reading a book and that kind of stuff is in that book, it's just going to depend on what kind of mood I'm in, whether or not I can finish said book, if that makes sense. Like the other earlier this year is a perfect example. There, I'm going to go ahead and pause our timer because I want to talk about this a little bit. Earlier this year, I went into a book knowing, like the whole premise of the book. What's the book called? Hold on, give me a second. I want to just give you the title of the book for anyone who see. Let me look at my DNFs for this year. For Girls Who Walk Through Fire is the name of the book. It's by Kim DeRose. And literally the book is about this group of girls who are all part of a support group for women and girls who have been sexually assaulted. Like that's the whole premise of the book. Is they get to this group of girls gets together and they decide they want revenge and they use magic to do so. That is the entire premise of the book. And I went into the book knowing that's exactly what it was about. And it literally starts off the book with them at the support group talking to this girl who is actually going to trial. Like her case is going to trial. And so, going into the book, this is what it's going to be about. But still, I was not in the right mindset, and I had to DNF it within 25% because I was like, I can't handle this. I'm gonna rage because this is infuriating. So I guess I do have an opening sequence that I'm not here for, and that is that kind of material. I can't do it. I have to be in the right mood for it. Let's see. Doctor Who with sprints. Ooh. I'm going back through. I love Rivals to Lovers. And I wish there was more of a distinction between Rivals to Lovers and Enemies to Lovers. But almost every Rivals to Lovers gets classified as Enemies to Lovers, which is not necessarily the same thing. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, I can even go back to the describing the character in the mirror thing. Let's see. Paulina annotated 35 pages since the book is more complex than expected. Ooh, I like it. Nina got 884 words. That's awesome. Hate the mirror thing. Yeah. I can see where it gets boring and upsetting if that's the only way you just use, if that's your only distinction for describing characters. Yes, Nina, that's exactly how I feel. Opening lines are not that important to me, but if the first chapter or first hour of the book isn't capturing me, I DNF it. Yes, agreed. Because sometimes the first line is completely fucking boring. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I read that first line and go, really? This is what they started the book with? But the book itself is fantastic. So anything with animal abuse is a no for me. I read a really great book. So growing up, my dad has always been an animal lover. My whole family are animal lovers. I mean, we have a farm. I grew up on a farm. Not the point. I read a book last year, Mortal Engines. I read the book, haven't watched the movie yet. And I read it and I recommended it to my family. And I had to tell my dad, I was like, Dad, you will really like this book. However, there is something in it that happens that you will hate. And he's like, the dog dies, doesn't it? I was like, yes, I'm so sorry, but you will love it otherwise. I was like, it is fantastic. It is a great book, and you will love it, but you will hate that. And I was like, I had to clear it up for him. I was like, but if it makes you feel better, almost everyone dies. Like there's a lot of people who die. You actually can count on your fingers how many live. And he was like, I might read it. But yeah, animal abuse is a no for me too. I haven't read a lot, to be fair, with animal abuse. I've read more stories with human abuse, whether adult or child, than animal abuse. And I'm just like, I'm trying to think, have I actually read anything with animal abuse in it? Where, let me rephrase it, where the animal abuse was not, I have read stories. Okay, let me go back because I have read stories where there was animal abuse in it, but it was a case where the characters were like, hey, this is happening. Let's get them out of the situation, kind of thing. So I have read some with animal abuse now that I think about it, because some of the horse books I've read, that's exactly what it was. They work at one of the series I read as a child growing up. I can't remember the name of, but they worked for a rescue farm, and that's literally what they did, is they went and rescued abused animals and they got them out of those homes. So yes, I guess I do read technically books with animal abuse, but it's where we're going to save the day kind of thing. I went back to the first set of this book. Night. See, boring. That's a boring start off with your book. But I love it. I read a lot of horror, so I don't really have anything I can't do, but I hate reading slice of life. See, Nina, we're going to don't read my stuff, because when I like to write, when I tell people I like to write, that I don't have a lot published yet, but like my favorite stories to write are now, I guess, classified as cozy fantasies, because my favorite stories are like slice of life with fantasy characters. Like, tell me about their day-to-day lives, mundane, boring bullshit, but add some fantasy elements, because that to me is just fun. But it's classified as slice of life. Let's see. I agree, Nina. If it has someone going about their day to day and is focused on all the little details, no thanks. Yeah. Okay. Misty Kate needs to do that. I'm making sure. I'm going back through and making sure I didn't miss any comments. Okay. I don't think I did. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start this timer back up. Resume. I just had to get that off my chest. But yeah, my favorite fantasy pieces to write are the slice of life, where it's just regular people going about their day in this fantasy world. I eat that shit up. Like, I love it. Now, if you give me slice of life, like boring, everyday, regular people, maybe that would be a little less. That being said, I read a lot of webtoons where that's literally the category it's in, slice of life, and they are entertaining as hell. So I don't know. I'm weird. Anyways, let's start this next sprint. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's
As you sneak a sip of your almost empty can of Monster.
Actually, it's half full. That's time, everyone. Let me know what you did, how you did in the comments below. My husband literally just walked in and accused me. He was like, "You're drinking Monster. I can smell it." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I promise, I'm not drinking it." All right. I got some more paperwork sorted. I found some story ideas from, these are like from 2013, 2014. These are old as shit. But I found some that are like story idea provided by and my sister's name. So I took some video clips and I sent them to her and was like, "Hey, I know you're writing now and you're doing all this kind of stuff. Did you want these story ideas? Otherwise, I'll toss them." So I found that, and I'm going to be figuring out what she wants me to do with those. I've gotten rid of a whole bunch. The ones I'm getting rid of, I'm putting back in the notebook, and I will be just tossing the entire notebook, which is like all this was loose paper just tucked in, like the notebook was a file folder kind of thing. So that's what I did this last sprint. Let's see. This World and Time Slice of Life. Yeah, that's the ones we don't like. I'd probably read an 800-page diary from a 16th century blacksmith. I would too. I'm just saying. There is one on my wish list. It's not necessarily a blacksmith, but it's a diary. It's written in German. I'm going to either get it and get it translated to English, or I'll wait for it to come. It was supposed to come out in English. It's been like 5 years. I have yet to see an English translation. I don't know if it's ever going to be. So, Nina, 1,003 words. That's awesome. Congrats. I love it. Let's see if I can figure out the name of this book. It might not be on my wish list anymore. I might have finally removed it after 5+ years. Ultimate wish list might be under research books. Give me a minute. Let me see if I've still got it. Probably not. I don't even remember what it was called. But it wasn't a blacksmith. It was a what's the term for the executioner? I think it was an executioner. That doesn't sound right either. I'll know it when I see it. If I still have it on my list. I'm not seeing it. But I'm also seeing a lot of things that say no picture available. So it might still be on my list. And then since I'm just looking for picture, the picture is gone. Obviously. Okay, it's not on that list. But it might be under my research stuff since it was technically something I wanted to buy for research. So let me look at that list real quick, make sure I'm not going crazy. Research books. Nope, it is straight up gone. Okay. I must have removed it or the picture is gone, so I can't find it that way. I'll have to remember what it is. Let's see. Paulina got annotated 45 more pages. That's awesome. Nina, I'm off to bed. I'm too old for an all-nighter. You have a good night, Nina. I hope you get the best rest. Considering the fact that you stuck around with me until like it was like 3 a.m. for you when you started. You know what? You deserve some rest. Go get some sleep. Toodaloo. Get some sleep. You're not old. You're not too old for an all-nighter. You just have a sense of self-worth. And I do not blame you one bit for wanting to go do that. So feel free. Have a good night. Thank you for joining me. See, now that's going to bug me because I want to say it was a executioner's journal. What was it called? A Hangman's Diary. That's what it was. By Franz Schmidt. I guess they did translate it. The Journal of Master Franz Schmidt, Public Executioner of Nuremberg from 1573 to 1617. I don't remember what I found that made me want to read that, but that's what I wanted to read. Have a good night, Misty Kate. Go watch some TV with the family. Family. You knew what I meant. With the fam. Yep, I'll be back tomorrow night. Oh, hold on. Let me pause this. We're going to do this last sprint. It's our last sprint for tonight. Last 25 minutes. And then I'll be back tomorrow night, same time. And then Monday morning at 9 a.m. So 9 p.m. Saturday, 9 p.m. Sunday. This is all Mountain Time. And then 9 a.m. Monday morning. So anyways, let's go ahead. We're going to get started. Let me put this final prompt up for anyone who wants to use it. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments. That was our last sprint. I have gone through 3 notebooks that were filled with papers of notes, writings, journalings, and stuff like that. And I'm getting rid of these 3. And I am digitizing all of this. It's not as much compared to like how much was here originally. So this is going bye-bye. This is what I'm keeping. And it's starting to look good as far as like how much I have to digitize. And most of it's like bullet point notes that might actually already be in my folders and stuff already, because it might be information that I just reworked. And that information that I need to digitize is older information versus what's currently there. So we shall see as I'm putting stuff in. I know some of it was actually notes for Damned and Dangerous Quartet, and it was talking about which demons are which characters. And I was like, oh, I know I don't have that anywhere because I had digitized that elsewhere on World Anvil when I had a World Anvil account, and I don't know if I still have access to that. So that's cool. Let's see. Misty Kate said, happy creating. I missed that before we went on our last sprint. Paulina got annotated 20 more pages and read 30 more. That is awesome. You are doing so good tonight. That is fantastic. And I'm very happy that you could join us tonight and do that, because that is awesome. I have a lot more notebooks to go through, but these were the main ones that I wanted to go through. I was basically getting up every time I finished one, I was getting up and going to get another one. And now these were the only ones of this particular size. I've got a bunch more notebooks to go through still. Paulina, I was very happy you could join us. And I will be back tomorrow night at the same time. So that's 11 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, which is what time zone I'm in. I just usually translate to Eastern because that's what a lot of my friends are in, because I came from North Carolina, which was in Eastern time. Anyways, yeah, well, you're welcome to join us in the future if you want. I think I was just experimenting with time slots in this month of May. I keep thinking it's already June. It's not yet, but I think I'm going to continue doing this in June. So because I work nights, I'm doing Monday mornings because I work Monday night through Saturday morning, basically. And so Monday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. I had to translate time zones there for a second. And then on Saturday and Sunday evenings, I'm doing 9 p.m. Mountain Time. So you're welcome to join us. And I will be putting out a thing about June soon, because there is going to be some changes in June because of the fact that I have the 7-day book challenge where we try to write a book in 7 days, which is the 3rd week of June. I think it's the 17th through the 23rd. And I'll be putting out more information about that soon. And then I know the AuthorTube Writing Conference is the following weekend. And I saw something about, is it called Hearthbringers? It used to be the Worldwide Write-a-thon, and they've changed it to Hearth something or other. And I just saw a notification that that's going to be starting in June as well. And I can't remember what exactly it was, but that's coming up as well. So anyways, yeah, there's lots of things happening in June. I'll have some community tab posts as well as video, whether they're shorts or long-term videos, with more details once I have all that gathered together. That's on my to-do list to do sometime this weekend as well. But anyways, thank you all for joining me today. I am going to go ahead and log off here because I am getting tired. I'm going to go toss these notebooks because they are no longer good to me. And I am going to spend some time with my kids before we all go to bed for the evening and do this all over again tomorrow. Anyways, thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you all in my next live stream. Oh, you're in California. Awesome. Did I like be here tomorrow? Yay! I hope you join us. Anyways, gonna end it here. Gonna make sure I press the right button.